What you did was wrong.
There's no more wrong than what Paige did.
What Paige did was in the past.
She tried to take you away from me.
No one could ever do that, Dennis. Not Paige, not anyone. I want you to give me the casino.
No.
I want you to come with me. We'll talk to Dr. Jeffries. We'll see him together.
I don't want to see him.
What do you want?
I want you, Dad. I want you.
You've always had that.
I want Paige to be punished for what she's done.
I'll do anything to help you get through this. I mean that. Anything.
You lied to me, Dad. You lied to me.
I'm so sorry.
I trusted you. And you lied.
I want you to trust me again. I want you to believe that I care what happens to you.
I love you, Dad. I love you.
I love you too, son. I love you. More than you know.
Oh, my God, don't hurt me.
It's going to be all right. I'm here. It's going to be all right.
How's he doing, Doctor?
Well, he was rather agitated when Elliot brought him in, but we've given him a mild sedative, and he seems to be calming.
Is Elliot in with him now?
Yes.
Is he going to be all right?
Well, if you mean, is he suffering from some classic schizophrenia or some other such thing, I would say no, but he has had a serious nervous collapse.
But he will recover.
Oh, he should, but it may take a while. I really won't know until I've talked to him further.
He's just been under a terrible strain these last few months.
You're talking about him being jailed.
Yes. I don't think he ever really recovered from that. He blames me somehow.
You divorced shortly after his conviction was overturned?
And I think Dennis still holds me responsible. Actually, I am in a way.
Paige, it won't help matters for you to start blaming yourself.
I love him, Doctor. I really do. But I don't think that even Dennis will believe that now. He's convinced that I married him for his money. It's a little notion that his mother put in his head.
From what I gather, Mrs. Wheeler is a very strong woman.
I think Iris is more responsible than anyone for what's happened to Dennis.
No one person or event is responsible. Dennis lived a very well-protected life. Getting a divorce and then being sentenced to prison. Well, those things would have been difficult for anyone to deal with. But for Dennis, they were very overwhelming.
How do you mean?
He doesn't seem to have any close circle of friends other than his mother or father to depend on or to take counsel from.
No, you're right. He doesn't.
I think your marriage was the first step for Dennis towards severing that bond between mother and son. I think he found that bond more difficult to break than he thought it would be.
You know, it's amazing. 2 weeks ago, I was ready to throw in the towel, and now it's like a whole new world opening up for me.
Well, it is.
And you know what makes it even more perfect, Elliot?
What?
Is the fact that Dennis is doing so well. I've been so worried about him. I know you have been, too. It meant a lot to me to hear you say that he was handling things so well.
I know.
You know, I think his finding out about my film upset him more than he ever let us know.
Yes, I think you're right. But he seems finally to be handling all of that.
I'm glad.
He's better. Dr. Jeffries is in with him again. Thought I should leave them alone. Dennis didn't want me to leave. I think he feels I'm all he has now.
How did you know that he was going to KVIK?
I didn't. I realized that he must have used KVIK's facilities to transfer the film to video cassette. So I went to see if he'd made another copy. One of the men saw him come into the building. It's just luck.
But none of the film was transmitted.
No. Only a few seconds at the beginning, but nothing damaging.
Dr. Weber, 894. Dr. Weber, 894.
You're not responsible for what's happened to Dennis.
That's funny. It's just what Dr. Jeffries said to me. I can't help feeling responsible, Elliot. Dennis was right, you know. I did start seeing him because Iris told me that he was going to be heir to the Wheeler fortune.
Well, then I blame Iris for that.
Elliot, when are you going to see that I'm not the person that you think I am?
Don't do this.
Don't what? Tell you, make you see what I am?
Don't you see? If you take responsibility for what's happened, it's like saying that everything Dennis has done is right, and it's not. There is a man in there trying to make Dennis see that. Am I going to have to convince you of the same thing?
I'm not sure you can.
What Dennis did was wrong. Bringing Jack Brent to the top of the World Club to embarrass you, trying to show that film, those aren't the acts of a rational human being. If you're going to take credit for those acts, then perhaps you should be under Dr. Jeffries' care as well.
Maybe I should be.
I'm sorry. It's been a long, difficult day. I don't mean to get angry. But I have fought very hard for you. And now you're making me feel like it's all been for nothing.